How we doing, people? Welcome back to Banned from Broadcast. This episode is, what, lads? 46, is that correct?
That is correct.
Well, we made it this far, and it took us a solid 30 minutes to come up with topics. So,
as it usually does. This is why we're revamping the show.
Time that is taken, actually.
It only didn't take as long as usual because Joseph wasn't here to stall us like 87 times before we start recording.
Anyways, I suppose we should jump right in. We have no time to waste here. Am I right, guys?
That's
no
correct.
time whatsoever.
We have no time to stall at all. We have plenty of topics.
That's right.
Let's begin.
So should we start with
what fruit are you? I agree.
Yeah, what fruit are you?
Not again.
No.
What fruit are we? Honestly.
No, Bree's pretty fruity.
Yeah.
Let's start with Nicholas's topic, juggling. Published at 12 in the morning.
I think he was responding to Joseph's thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Juggling. I do want to learn how to juggle. I think that'd be cool.
For you listeners, if you didn't know, Nicholas actually can juggle, and it's pretty amazing.
Oh, what the hell?
I haven't actually seen that.
He's never shown me that talent.
Yeah, it's because he doesn't do it very much.
Does he juggle fish?
Mm.
Bro.
He juggles only catfish, Ian.
If there's someone out there, if the Filipino person, if you're, or the Australian or whatever listeners we have, make fan art. Please make fan art of Nicholas juggling catfish. I would.
Do you know I'm gonna go like? I'm gonna be like super sad and like commission our own fan art, like fan art of ourselves from me.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Or I'll pay Liam off to be like, hey, can you commission fan art from this artist?
It's like a stick figure with like a fishing hat on, juggling catfish.
Dude, if we got that from a real fan, I would accept it with open arms. Like,
oh yeah, same.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I will accept any amount of like comments. Please, we're so lonely.
I was trying to publish a message today off of Anchor, and it wouldn't let me do it without an account. I was trying to act like I was someone else, like trying to like some,
don't do that to us.
Yeah. I was like, you guys fucking suck. Like,
oh, I would 100% laugh at that. I would be like, I would fully believe our first like actual response back from a fan would be, God damn, this podcast sucks shit.
God, that first episode is just, oh God, it's really just fucking terrible.
Anyone, I'm going to say this now. I don't think I've said it before, but anyone who, like any new listeners who happen to click on this episode or any of the newer ones, just stay with the newer episodes. Don't
listen to our old ones.
Do not listen to
Don't listen to episode 1. We beg
episode
of you.
1 especially is so fucking bad. I know us saying this is going to make you want to go listen to it, but like, don't say we didn't warn you.
Yeah, we were terrible.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know. Terrible, I didn't like fucking know how to edit at all. So I was like still learning how to make audio sound good, and I know I'm still like not pristine at it, but I've gotten a lot better since then.
Right.
And yeah, and Joseph compressed his audio like 5 times, so it just sounds fucking awful. The fact that that's like still our most listened episode or like our second most listened is just bewilders me.
Yeah, that's probably why we don't get many people coming back.
Probably not, which sucks. But honestly, every first podcast episode is always the worst. So maybe
we should go in and change the description for it, saying, "Please look at
stay away." Just stay away.
Please don't listen to this episode. We beg you.
Just a recommendation though for anyone listening, just stick to the newer episodes. Like I'd say,
they're not going to listen to this. The first thing I'm going to do, every single person I've introduced to the podcast, they're like, okay, I'll listen. They click on the first episode. They're just like, this shit is ass. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's gonna be bad for a little bit. Just skip to like episode 6 or something. Because
that's how I am introducing people to the shows I like.
Episode 6 was fun. I just realized we're not in the show thing. Whoops.
Oh, it doesn't matter at this point.
Okay. Yeah. No, episode 6 was fun, but like, I think that was because we had our first guests on at the time. Seth and Nick were guests. But I'd say like
how times have changed.
Even beyond that, it was shoddy until like episode 20 maybe or around there.
It's a good episode.
Yeah. Also, technically, when Seth and Nick became hosts for the first time was episode 20.
They definitely.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They definitely benefited this podcast a lot.
Yeah,
that was
for
80,
sure.
That was 80 episodes ago. That's crazy.
80,000 years ago. Oh my god.
That's 60 episodes ago. That's nuts.
Yeah, no, though adding more people though was the best thing we could have done because
Yeah.
the three of us,
Yeah,
I can't.
pretty good.
I feel like I carry a lot of our conversations sometimes. It's just you, me, and Joseph. So
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was not working that way.
Despite us being like good friends in real life,
Yeah.
for some reason on podcasts we're just like awkward and we don't have much synergy.
Yeah.
At least to keep a conversation going.
Yeah, it's not constant. Like, it's just better with the five of us. There's more chemistry going on, more things
Which
to
is
say.
weird because us three right now are like, we have really good chemistry, I feel
Yeah,
like.
we do.
We do. I found that out when we first recorded one with just the three of us. I think it was episode 24.
Yeah, it was
It was a really good episode. Besides, Seth had a little bit of echo, which fucks me up going back and listening to that. But other than that, it was a really good episode.
It was
that's
the
when
boat one, wasn't it?
No, that was 28, I think.
Oh,
No,
okay.
24 was when we
McBarge.
talked
Yeah,
about
it's on
vaping and
McBarge.
how stupid
Oh,
vaping is.
yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that now.
Yeah, but when I listened to that the first time, I was like, damn, like the three of us actually sound really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... Oh my god. Imagine an episode between Joseph, Liam, and Nicholas.
Oh my god.
Nothing. Silent.
Joseph would just be stuttering, and then Liam would just literally say 5 words the entire episode.
Nick would talk about One Piece the entire time and then
Fall
annoy
asleep in the
Joseph.
last 30 minutes. Yeah.
Ian, like that one episode, or a couple episodes ago when Nicholas fell asleep. You fucking retard! You're such a fucking idiot, Nicholas.
You're
Why are you
angry.
fucking falling asleep? I was like, I was working when I was listening to that episode. I was like, Jesus, Ian, like you're just like you're a fucking idiot.
I was
Nicholas.
so
Like, making
mad.
fun of
I'm
it
sorry. I
every-
was so mad.
little Angie.
Yeah. It just pisses me off. I'm like, God damn it. We're recording. Just try.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how you fall asleep with headphones
Yeah,
in.
I mean, to be fair, we all were like just bewildered. I just happened to be more angry.
My favorite part was he just started talking again like nothing happened. He was just like blacked out and like he just walked like he just without realizing went back into the conversation and just started talking again.
Yeah. It
We were
felt
talking
a
for
lot
like
longer.
20 minutes and somebody's...
Yeah.
Nick
We
will
had a
go-
whole conversation and then Nick pops in and
Nick
says
is-
what?
Yeah, Nick is like weirdly inconsistent on the podcast. Like he'll come on and then he'll like talk like pretty good. Like what was it? A couple episodes ago, I think it was 43. Where it was just me, him, and Joseph. We recorded that shit at like midnight on a Monday night, which is just the time we never record.
Yeah.
And we all were like pretty tired, but it was actually a pretty decent episode,
it was a good
surprisingly.
episode.
And he talked quite a bit, but then like the next episode, he just won't say much. Like I'll be editing the track and I'll go through and skim through a little bit, and I just noticed like, damn, he's silent like a lot of the time.
Yeah, he really is.
But sometimes
That's why I pointed
sometimes he
out.
talks. Sometimes he talks. It's
Yeah.
just inconsistent, really.
Just
But-
how he
Yeah.
is.
Well, we love Nicholas here on the podcast. Don't worry.
We do.
We're not gonna
We're
kick you off,
Nicholas
Nick.
fans. Nicholas number one.
Yeah. No, it's just
So
funny.
let's jump into the second topic. It's juggling, submitted by me at 2:16 p.m. today.
All right.
So yeah. So juggling.
Do you want to actually
What
talk about juggling?
I don't really know what there's to talk about.
Should we spoil like the idea that Joseph came up with, or no? The one that Nick responded to with juggling.
I didn't see what it was.
Just
I think
scroll
it
up a
was-
little bit in topics. It's there.
I don't.
Forewarning, everyone.
understand
This is
the-
going to be probably a shorter episode today.
Probably one of our worst episodes.
Yeah, it's gonna be the
fair warning.
You should watch
Oh.
every episode besides this one and
Yeah,
the
hopefully
first
not
one.
the worst
Actually-
one, but just it's going to be shorter.
You guys
Yeah.
know how like restaurants will like park an old van like by the restaurant that has like an advertisement on it? We should just have this like episode be that van for like episode 1. Just says, please, for the love of God, don't listen to the first episode. And then that's just going to be the name of the podcast episode, and that's all this episode.
One
is
thing that I like
gonna
about
be.
Spotify is that automatically it filters them. Like if you're first clicking on a podcast for the first time, it's going to show the new episodes first. Thank God.
Yeah.
But like there are just some people who are like, oh, I'm just going to start from the beginning, which
Yeah.
I respect. But you know,
But
maybe
don't.
just start at
Don't
like
do
episode 6 or something. You know, just
Just
Yeah,
don't,
I
just
mean-
don't go there.
We were all practicing.
yeah. I mean, I literally called in the description. I called episode 1 the pilot episode, which it essentially is a pilot.
It very
episode.
much was.
Yeah.
Joseph muffling his microphone 16 times.
He really did.
He used the noise compression filter.
Yeah, he quite literally compressed it in Audacity like 5 times.
I won't say that I'm not guilty of this because I've compressed it twice before.
Oh god.
That's not that bad. I mean, as long as it doesn't really fuck it up. I mean.
This last episode I edited, it was good. I had to turn... I don't know why, but I feel like lately Joseph's been getting quieter and quieter. I don't know fucking like why.
More farther away.
Yeah, it's like
episode.
everyone else is loud. Like the 3 of us, for instance, are all very loud. Like Bree was like eating her mic half the time. And I was
Sorry.
like, it's okay. It was. To be fair, I kind of was too at some point, so I had to turn myself down just a little bit. So I think I turned the 3 of us down slightly, turned Nick up, and then I turned Joseph way the fuck up. Yeah, he was quiet, but. Other than that, it was
is
good.
just giving out on him.
Yeah.
I guess. He's too cheap to go buy another one, apparently.
I need to buy my new one.
I recommend this one, though. I just got a new mic.
Yeah.
People listening, if you got a good ear, you might be able to tell I switched my old mic out. I had a Snowball that I used up until episode 39, and then for 40 onwards, I've been using a new one that I got. The Samson Q9U. It's a really good microphone.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of getting it, but...
Yeah, this thing's supposed to be priced at $200, but I got it for $100, which is a pretty good deal.
Is it still on sale or no?
I don't think it was even on sale. I think it was just lower on Amazon,
wow.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
But, see, I was going to buy it from Amazon, but then for some reason they were going to make me wait like a month to get it. I don't know why. So I went on a website called Sweetwater. They like specialize in...
Oh, yeah, Sweetwater.
Yeah. They specialize in like audio equipment and shit.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
I got it in there for the same price, so I can send you a link if you want to
Okay.
get it. I had to do some adjusting with it. Like I wasn't going to use the pop filter at first, or not pop filter, but the windscreen
Yeah.
on it. I wasn't going to use it at first, but I was hearing a lot of like my breathing on it before, so I just applied the windscreen and had to... There's like a little button on the back. It like is supposed to pick up on your like low tones more, which my voice is pretty deep, so it works well for me.
Oh, that reminds me of, like, audio stuff. I just got, like, sized for these earplugs. It's like hearing aids, kind of, but not. They're, like, noise canceling. They can silence higher decibels and then
That's cool.
increase lower ones.
And that's for your like concerts, right?
Yeah, if
When you
I
to
ever go
concerts?
to, like, concerts, I can use those. And they're, like, perfectly matched for your ears. Obviously, they're, like, really expensive, but because of my dad's insurance, I got them cheap.
It's nice. Since you've gone to like more concerts than any of us, do you actually like notice a difference when you come out like with your hearing?
Oh,
like, do you
very
notice
much
it
so.
be like actually
Yeah.
damaged?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, I noticed it too.
Yeah,
I don't-
you-
can ask,
That's
Does
why
it
so many
fade
drummers... Oh, yeah,
after
it does,
time?
but...
yeah,
Okay.
it eventually, yeah. I mean, for me, no.
But at your, like, first concert, you will really feel it.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. It's like going through the pass.
Oh, like the mountains and Earth. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said the past. I was like,
It's like time traveling.
No. I mean, like, going through mountains whenever you're
I've been
traveling.
watching.
It's like that ear popping sensation. Right?
Yeah.
I've been
But
watching
it's,
this
like, there for a while. Sorry.
She was talking before you said.
Yeah, sorry. I was just gonna say something real quick, but
Yeah, you can go ahead.
sorry. You can go. No, that's fine.
She already lost a thought. Just go quick.
Yeah, just go.
I've been watching this show. I think it's 11/22/63, or maybe it's 22/11/63. But basically, it's the show about this diner.
Wait, that's what it's
Basically-
called?
Yeah, it's literally those numbers. But basically, it's about this diner, and it's this old guy who has this diner, and he's really good friends with this young guy who's the main character. And the young guy just got a divorce. He is just not really doing anything in his life, and he's really good friends with this old guy. And the old guy has really good food at his diner, and it's a popular diner. But one day he's in the diner, the main guy's in the diner, and the old guy goes into the back, and he comes out, and he's like visibly older, like
The fuck?
years older, and he's like coughing, and he's like, what the hell's going on? You look like way older. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's nothing, and then he falls on the ground and passes out. So he closes the diner, and he takes him back, and he asks him what the hell's going on, and he says, I can't keep the secret for much longer, but I have a time machine
What?
in my diner in the closet. Basically, the closet, it's really weird. It sounds really weird, but basically the closet, you go inside, and it's a portal, it's a wormhole to specifically, is it October? No, it's specifically like, I think October of or November or something of 1960.
Okay.
It's specifically that day, and if you go out of it, then everything resets, and the moment you go back in, it's the same exact time from when you would go. You start at the exact same time.
Is it kind of
What the
like
hell?
Groundhog Day, but not?
It's kind of like Groundhog Day, but it's much cooler because
Okay.
that's just how the portal works. He doesn't ever go in and out of it, really.
What's the show
Basically,
on?
it's on Hulu.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
sounds interesting. Is it okay? So it is a show, not a movie.
My dad recommended the book, but it's James Franco plays the main character.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's pretty good. But he's like, yeah, old guy's like, I have cancer, and he's like, I was trying to do something because he's a Vietnam veteran. He's like, I was trying to do something noble, and I figured maybe I could stop the assassination of JFK.
Oh.
And in the whole series is him trying to, leading up to the events of him trying to stop Lee Harvey Oswald from assassinating JFK. And really, really interesting, but the old guy essentially dies early, like in the first episode he dies.
So then, like, James Franco, it's kind of up to him to, like...
Yeah, James Franco
I
is, he was really hesitant for the idea. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you just showed me this time machine that takes me back to 1960. Like, this is all crazy. And he's like, he prepares him to go through the time machine.
Is it like a particular day in 1963?
It's literally just this random day in 1960. It just takes you specifically to that point.
But it can't be any other day?
It can't be any other day.
So it's the day that JFK got assassinated?
No, it's not that day. It takes you back to 1960, 3 years before JFK was killed.
Oh, so you just have to, like, wait it out in that...
That's why he was older. It's because he just waited it out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Of course, it's like pretty much instant. Like when you come back through the time machine for the other person.
Yeah.
But, of course, it's like 3 years, in their time.
That's interesting.
So it's really interesting, and the whole story is him, and it's cool because if you try and like change things in the past will fuck with you. Like it'll like tell you to not do that essentially. Like
Really?
There's people that say like you shouldn't be here, like you're telling him like you're not supposed to be here,
What
and
the
will,
hell?
like he'll like the universe will try and kill him when he's in there because like you're not supposed to change the past.
Because he's like an
Yeah,
anomaly.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, like JFK's not meant to die, so the whole series, it's like the past is trying to like.
Or you mean he is
Kill
meant to
him.
die, right?
Well, yeah, sorry, he is meant to die, and then my bad. But yeah, like the whole
We're
series
living
is.
in a paradox now. He
Yeah,
succeeded.
the whole series is basically James Franco, the guy who James Franco plays, is trying to stop the assassination, and the universe doesn't want it to happen, or wants it to happen. And yeah, essentially, it's like it's really cool. And
That's
then,
an interesting concept where it's like the universe is actively working against something that is not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of
It's
like
supposed-
that because
yeah.
I was gonna ask to like lead in with a question is like would you guys, if you had the chance to go and like actually change something in the past, would you do it or no?
No.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't either.
It depends on what it is, I guess.
It would be too like even the smallest change I feel like would just
I
be
believe
so
in the butterfly effect.
Yeah, so do I. I definitely believe in like a butterfly effect.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. If there's nothing changing, like after an event happens, that doesn't make sense at all because everything happens for a reason, I guess.
Well, that gets into like the different theories of time travel. Like,
Yeah.
there's ones where they say it's like a static timeline or like a
And
linear timeline, I believe. Where it's,
alternate universes. That's
yeah,
what
where like if you
yeah.
were to change something, then it would just split off and create a
Yeah.
parallel universe where, you know, your changes mattered, so and so like that.
Yeah.
Which I think both are equally interesting for like stories to explore and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to kind of write a story within the confines of
I've
something
been
with
in
time
love.
travel.
Yeah.
I've been in love with time travel like ever since I was a kid when I watched Back to the Future. Like I just love anything time travel related.
It's fun. Like it's so like people would say, "Oh, it's so played out, this and that." But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot you can do with it, like besides just the basic, you know, I'll just use Back to the Future for an example. Like, oh, that's kind of what people I think imagine when you say,
Yeah.
"Oh, this story's about time travel." Like, oh, they just assume, "Oh, it's generic then, right?" It's like, well, no, there's so much you can do with time travel as a story, like a plot device, you know, like a concept. There's so many, like a bunch of media. Some of the best media explore that in ways that are just really unique. Like, like Interstellar. I've always loved. Like Seth and I really like Interstellar. We've watched it since we were young, and it has time, like stuff that fucks with time, like in that movie.
Yeah.
And there's another movie that I was thinking about recently because I kind of want to rewatch it. It's called Arrival.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. Seth, I
Yeah.
think you watched it with me.
Yeah, I did. We watched it in theaters.
Yeah, it came out in like 2016 or something, but it's really good. It's about like aliens. I'm sure people who are listening are familiar with it. They know, but it's basically like I think it's like 12 craft, like these really weird looking things, but basically come down to Earth, and it's like extraterrestrials and shit. And they're in like strategic spots all over the globe. There's 12 craft, and they send in like linguists and shit to like communicate with them. So they go inside the craft that it follows like this one character played by Amy Adams, and she's like a linguistic person. I forget their name, but I think it's just a linguist. But her task is to go in there and basically decipher their language. And as she learns, she talks to these two aliens that are in there and learns with them and communicates and figures out like what they're there for. And in the end, I don't really want to spoil it, but it has to do something with like time. Like there's some like weird stuff with time going on. In essence, that's basically what it's about, without spoiling much. A really good movie.
I just watched a movie last night with some friends called, I think it's Ellipsis. It's
Ellipsis?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, that sounds
maybe.
vaguely familiar.
Made in 2013. It is not good.
Oh.
Okay, never mind.
It's not bad either. I don't know. It's kind of bad, but it's played. The main guy is played by Matt Damon, which I was also surprised that they got Matt Damon to play. But it's like basically half of Earth, or no, well, actually most of Earth, people of Earth, like humans, still live in Earth. And then like the rich people live like on a station above Earth called Ellipsis.
Wait, no, isn't it called Elysium?
Yeah, I think I've.
Yeah, Elysium.
It's
sorry,
Elysium, yeah. Yeah, I've heard of Elysium, yeah. Where'd you get ellipsis from?
I don't know. I was trying to remember. But yeah, basically, like the whole story is him like trying to get up there because he has cancer, or he has like I don't know if it's cancer necessarily. Most people on Earth have cancer because it's just like really common because of how bad Earth, the condition of Earth
It's like
is.
polluted and shit. Yeah,
It's super polluted, and he's trying to get up there because he is working in this factory, and he gets trapped in like this chamber, and it gives him radiation poisoning, and he only has like 5 days to live. And they up in that station, they have like a heal all. They have like a little pod that can heal you, and they have really good medical like stuff.
like an anti-cancer pod. What the hell?
They have the anti-cancer ray. Shout out to last episode. You guys wanna...
Going back and listening to that, we did not even talk about that on air, which sucks because it was really funny.
Didn't?
No, it was really funny. Us just fucking around with the.
I thought we did.
No, we didn't talk about the cancer ray.
Oh no, not the cancer. Harley Quinn, you can be cancer.
Cancer?
The cancer ray. Oh, people are not gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah. We should probably just stop
that
talking about
sucks.
it then.
Yeah.
I know, I was
Yeah.
really hoping to hear that segment, but it wasn't
The
in.
cancer ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that does really suck, actually. What was I
I've heard of
talking about?
Elysium, though. Elysium's, are... Sorry.
Anti-cancer beds.
Yeah, basically, it's Matt Damon who's bald in this movie for some reason, and it looks really weird when he's bald. But he's like, I have to get up there, and like it's just like, I don't know. It's not.
Did he go on
the
chemo?
CGI?
Space chemo, bro.
Yeah, the CGI is like the VFX is good, but the camera movement is like super fucking
So the
weird and
cinematography is
inconsistent.
bad.
Yeah, cinematography.
Okay.
It's like some are still shots, some are like there's this one weird shot. I'd never seen it before. It's where the camera like moves really fast from one side and it like goes to the other. It's just like rotating back and forth.
Like Sam Raimi shit.
It's like it's almost worse than Sam Raimi. It's not like corny. It's just weird. It's just like it's not even like so bad.
Is it like,
it's fun.
Anytime I
is it-
think of Sam Raimi shit, it's like the Deadite.
Spider-Man 2.
Oh, like the spinning and shit.
No.
Yeah.
I was talking about like whenever the camera follows the Deadites. Into,
Oh, yeah, it's like,
the
wow,
cabin and
it's
shit.
just
Yeah.
making noise and shit, yeah.
And the vision is just all blurred and
I love that. It's so
Shaky.
funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like it's not really good, but it's not bad. I guess it's bad.
Seth, that
It's
reminds me
kinda
of,
bad.
do you remember
Oblivion.
in, like, no, yeah, I was actually going to bring that up too later on, but no,
Yeah.
not Oblivion. In Age of Ultron, where, like, the beer... I was actually through the whole movie, I think. It had, like, this weird fucking, like, sped up effect going on with it. Do you remember that?
For
In Avengers, Age of Ultron. Do you remember, like at the very beginning, at least, when they were showing off, like, Wanda and her
I
brother?
think I remember it a bit.
Yeah, it had, like, this really strange, like, sped
I'll
up
have to
effect
look at
going
it.
Well, I
on.
think that
It's
was
super
because of the
fucking weird.
Quicksilver, remember?
No, it was even in
Oh.
scenes that he wasn't in.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
No, I
there
don't
was like
know.
scenes
Maybe
with
we'll have
Wanda,
to
and she was
rewatch
like
it.
all zooming around and shit. It was just like a really fucking weird effect that was done that I guess was supposed to be trippy, but it was really just fucking weird. I didn't like it. Revisiting it,
remember
I'm
that.
like, what
Not
is
any
this?
worse than the effects they have now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We are
Live
an
Moonhawk
anti-Marvel podcast.
yeah.
I think it just kinda-
Since
sucks
day
so
one.
bad.
I think it kind of grew up, but also I do believe that Marvel was
No,
better.
Marvel's just gotten worse, dude.
Yeah.
They've just
You know
gotten
what was,
worse.
well, in my opinion, was peak Marvel was Civil War. Civil
Yeah.
War was just really, really
yeah,
good.
Civil War was a really good movie.
It
Well,
was,
I'd
like,
say
it's
Infinity
completely
War.
fair.
Honestly, I'd say Infinity War.
Infinity War was really
Infinity
good too,
War
but I
was,
really like
like-
Civil War.
Infinity
Winter
War
Soldier.
was probably the best movie out of
Yeah.
the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in
Definitely.
my opinion.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Like some of my favorite movie is probably Winter Soldier or Civil War because it was the more serious like side of Marvel where they didn't have to constantly be like joking and like
Yeah.
have stupid fucking quips where it's like
True.
This reminds me of like I don't know, it's like oh remember like this scene in like Age of Ultron where it's like oh so and so that's the hardest thing I've done and the Ultron's like clearly you haven't made an omelet. It's like okay it's like you didn't really need to say that like
Fisk.
like yeah.
Spoilers
I heard
for
that
Fisk.
song. I heard the song that plays when he stares at the wall the other day on Instagram. It was like I think Ian actually liked the post where it was the guy like.
Oh, he
singing
was
it.
like acapella.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah,
Yeah, I sent
Yeah,
that to
he
both
sent
of
that
you,
to
I
me.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They have gotten worse. I do agree though that like I enjoy the more like this more serious tone movies.
Oh,
Like,
very much
yeah, like
so.
Winter Soldier, Civil War.
I like it a lot. Like it's good.
It's more engaging. It's just more compelling. Like I really like Infinity War. Really good movie. One of my favorites for most people. I'm sure they could say the same. But
Yeah.
one thing that I really did not like in that movie, at least looking back on it now, at the time I was kind of okay with it, but now I'm just like, it's what they did with Bruce Banner.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which
Yeah,
that's
I
been
didn't
beaten
like
to
it
death.
either.
How much people don't like that, but like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. I don't really care for it that much.
Yeah, I
they really
completely
ruined
get
it.
you. He was not.
Like
lot
I don't
of
know,
wasted
like
potential.
Bruce Banner, just the way he's written in the later movies, like outside of the first,
He's just a joke now.
outside of the first two Avengers movies, because he was written better in those, I think, honestly. But like after that, he's just weird. Like he's just like a joke machine, kind of like what you said.
Yeah. You guys see that one deleted scene?
He's just like a goofy guy. It's like, all right, stop.
Yeah, even in like Ragnarok, that's when he was starting to become that kind of character, I think.
Yeah.
But
Well,
in
at least for
Ragnarok,
Ragnarok,
everybody was kind of like a joke machine there. But it was portrayed well.
Yeah, I liked Ragnarok for that reason.
It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Ragnarok for that reason, but like after that became his character for every movie, which I mean,
and show.
Yeah. To be fair,
because of She-Hulk.
Ugh,
Now he's just like stuck in that character.
disgusting.
I was about to say, was he in She-Hulk? But then I'm like, oh no shit, it's in the fucking name. Yeah.
No, if Liam was here, he'd say that. No.
Yeah, he would.
He's here in spirit.
Yeah. Channel my inner Liam there. But yeah, like they really wasted a lot. You guys seen that one deleted scene of him like actually overcoming like why he couldn't transform into the Hulk?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
It's
like unfinished CGI and shit. Yeah, I've seen that. On
It's
YouTube.
really good. They delete. There's like a ton of Marvel deleted scenes that they leave out of the film that are way better than the shit they put in. It's like that was a good scene because they replaced that scene with like it's just a scene of him eating at a restaurant saying, "Oh yeah,
dab," or whatever the fuck he did.
Dab. It's like I replaced mean, angry Hulk with the good Hulk, and also I'm strong too. It's like
we could have had actual depth with this character.
We could have exactly. It's like it was a good scene. I watched it. It was like well, this is actually really like good because it's like this actually shows him getting over it and doesn't just say, "Oh yeah, guys, I fixed that." Anyways, let's back to the movie. It's like,
that's
good to explain that.
Yeah, that's all of Marvel now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go on a tangent. So just anyone listening, I swear I won't start ranting. We've had too many episodes where we just rant about Marvel now, but but yeah,
I mean it's just fun, but also until they come out with another show, we can't.
I just don't care about any of it anymore.
Yeah,
I've stopped watching anything new that's come out.
Ian used to be really into it.
Because it was good. It used to be really good back then. I used to love it.
It was fun, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe
people
the DCU will have a bit of chance now.
Yeah.
I'm just more interested in like alternative superhero media, like stuff besides Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
Stuff that has more interesting takes on characters and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
The Crow was a good anti-hero movie.
I want to see Watchmen, but I feel like it's going to be really, really
Crow,
weird. But yeah, I feel like everyone's like, "Oh, you only liked Marvel because you were a kid." Like that's what everyone always says now.
No,
it's like I liked Marvel because they were actually funny, and they've always kind of done the whole quips thing. Like they actually pioneered that. Like they actually were the ones to start that bullshit.
Yeah.
Like funny enough, like they actually were the ones that created that trope in movies. Now is like constant. Like needing to like peddle like shit in your face.
Yeah, I
like,
do hate that
Nathan
though.
Drake
I hate
type
that.
dialogue.
Yeah.
I hate that that's popular now though because it's like comedy is like first and foremost the thing people try to push, and it's like okay, not everything has to be fucking funny.
It was so bad in like Forspoken. Have you guys heard about that game?
I haven't.
No, actually, no.
It is okay. So like, I only know about it because like Pyro and Moist Critical covered it, but it was this like magical kind of world.
The game looked kind of cool.
World.
I saw a little bit of it,
but the quips and it was trying so hard to be like Marvel quips.
Like the dialogue writing and shit was just really bad.
And then even the actual like storyline, it had a lot of cliches in it. Like,
oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I did see a little bit of gameplay for that, though. It did look interesting.
Down the refund.
The DLC, I think the whole game, like, plus DLC cost $100.
What?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
I mean, recently they have upped video game prices to, like, $70 now instead of $60.
But it was for, like, a skin, and actually 2 skins, and I think something else. But I can't remember.
Bucks.
Right. That sucks.
yeah.
There was another thing
And it's
recently
not
that
a
kind of
good-
was.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say there was another thing recently that I can't think of now that was trying to do something similar. Like you could tell they were kind of taking from that same formula of like,
Yeah.
oh, comedy first before like anything serious, and it was
Yeah.
just not working.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It just, for some people, for like a general audience, it used to work. It
Oh.
used to be pretty
Oh,
funny, but they're trying to be too general and be like, oh, we're just going to throw comedy at you the entire time and not actually have, because to be fair, more people are going to like that kind of shit than a group, like scholars like us who enjoy actual like good writing. It's like, I will admit that there are a lot of dumb fucking people out there that will prefer that kind of humor where it's just like constant like quips and like
Yeah.
jokes, because the general population, they will want to
Yeah.
listen to that. So it's like, I
remember-
can see why they do it, but it's just like, it's just annoying. Like, it's just not good. It turns
Yeah.
like, personally, like someone like me, completely turns me off from the entire like.
I remember now what it was that I forgot.
Okay,
Like that
what
they
was
couldn't.
it?
It was like Star Wars shit. Star Wars
Oh.
now sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has
They
for
fly
a
now?
while. Yeah,
I think they fly now. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Most Star Wars stuff now is just shit. Like at least the mainstream things, like the movies. I mean, that's kind of like everyone's known that for a while now since like the
Right.
sequel trilogy and all that shit. But even like, I don't know, stuff outside of the Mandalorian has not been good. Like any of the other shows and stuff that they've released. The only thing that keeps me interested is like extended universe stuff like Mandalorian or Clone Wars or the Fallen Order games, which the new one's about to come out.
Oh man.
It comes out in like 4
Can't wait
days
for that.
actually.
I would
Yeah,
still
which-
really like to see Clone Wars of like the prequels.
That would be cool.
What do you mean?
like
Oh yes.
yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
You see that
That'd
one
be
South Park
fucking
clip
amazing.
about Jedi Fallen Order?
I have not.
No, I haven't actually.
South Park is like they will they'll cover like topics that are like brand new. They're good
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
And when Star
Yeah,
Wars
they've
Fallen
always
Order came
been.
out, like there was an episode where they mentioned like how good the game was, like wanting to play it.
Uh-huh.
They did.
It
That
is
with
a super
Red Dead
fun
Redemption
game.
2 as well. I actually like. I've been really liking South Park. I think the thing about like YouTube, like shorts, like shoving like clips, like Family Guy and South Park clips down my throat.
God, yeah.
It's unfortunately it's kind of working for me. I don't like Family Guy,
But the clips they pull are
but
all right.
the clips they pull from South Park are pretty funny, or at
Yeah.
least entertaining for me. I was
Yeah.
like, I kind of want to watch that episode now. So it's like, at least it's kind of working for me. Like,
Well,
I've
South
become a
Park
bigger
itself
South
is
Park
just
fan.
actually
Fucking South
funny.
Park. Lately, it's funny you guys bring that up because lately, like, I'll be doing something sitting here like at my desk and doing something on my computer, and then Jay will be laying behind me in the bed, and I'll just hear her like swipe through, and she gets South Park clips like the last couple days.
Yeah,
And I'm just
exactly,
listening
yeah.
to it in the background. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are you watching South Park? And then she's like, I don't know. I just keep getting the clips.
Yeah.
I think it's happening to everyone like at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I have been getting South Park clips, but I mean, I was also partially in the fandom, so
I mean,
that
it's
at least
funny.
makes more sense for me.
South
There-
Park fandom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The South Park fandom is dying. Like if you're a true South Parker. Sorry. South Park is funny. That's
Oh,
the
very much
advantage
so.
of like it at least being spammed, but I think it's really funny. I mean, I don't like, not all the humor in there is like for me, but I like a lot of it. Like it's still very crude humor. It can like
Yeah, me and my
Yeah.
family watch it a lot. We
Yeah.
definitely did like years ago.
Yeah, it's good.
We've stopped
Mom and
watching
Dad like
like a
it,
lot
so-
of the.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We've
told
stopped
me
watching
Butters
it
one
as
day.
much. Oh God, why?
I don't even remember why. I got back from
Wait.
work and like
What'd you say?
Butters
They
is
called me
one of
Butters
the
one day.
characters in South
Oh,
Park.
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
What about Butters?
I don't know. They just called me Butters one day. Like I got in the car and they're like,
Oh my
"Hey,
God.
how was work, Butters?" I was like, "What?" They're like, "Oh yeah, South Park." I said, "Yeah, I know." I was just like confused.
I never
funny.
expected Mom to like South Park.
I
Ever.
think she doesn't like it as much as Dad, but I think they both like it.
Yeah, I just wouldn't expect her to like that type of show. Dad, I fully expect, because Dad was watching that shit back in the 90s. Like,
Yeah, Dad likes Beavis and Butthead, so.
Beavis and
Yeah.
Butthead is really
Dad
good, though.
Dad watched all
Yes,
the 90s, like,
thank you.
fucking Adult
Yeah.
Swim shows.
Literally
and
everyone I
shit.
talk to doesn't like Beavis and Butthead.
Really?
I think it's funny. Yeah.
I
Nick
love
hates
Beavis and
Beavis and
Butthead.
Butthead. I don't know why he does. He's like, it just looks stupid. It's like, yeah, he's like, they're stupid,
Yeah.
the main characters. Like, that's literally
Yeah,
You
that's
like One
the
Piece,
whole
Nick.
point.
That's the whole point, yeah. You like One Piece, shut up. It's like, literally the whole point of
Hey.
Beavis and Butthead is making fun of the main characters because they're dumbasses. It's like,
No,
the
Brie,
whole
I
point is
said-
they're really fucking stupid.
Brie said One Piece because, like, he said he doesn't like how the characters look because they
Oh,
look stupid.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Every character in One Piece looks fucking stupid, so...
Yeah, very much so. Well,
Yeah.
technically
of
not
them.
every character, but
Most-
Nicholas
most
will
of
just
them do.
choose to not like a show. Nicholas is that person that like chooses to not watch a show or
Well, he
give something a
did-
because because of how something looks. Like he's
Joseph.
just like, I don't like how it looks. It's like,
he did the same
I'm
with
gonna
One
murder
Piece
you.
at first.
yeah,
And
Yeah,
then
he
whenever
did.
he started
He
watching
did.
it, he became obsessed.
yeah. He was like, oh, not that Friday Night Funkin' is good. Sorry, Breanna. He was like, he's like, I don't like Friday Night Funkin' because of the animation style. I was like, all right.
So
Like,
no
it's just
grounds
a really
animation?
petty reason to not like something. Like, I don't like it either, but like that's just because I know like what it actually is. But this is not my thing.
Speaking of
Fair.
Friday Night Funkin', I watched a thing last night, kind of just going over, like, the huge fucking Kickstarter that the creators made. Like, that massive Kickstarter. I don't know, Seth, if you know about that. I know Brie does.
No,
I do.
don't.
I
So-
paid for one of the
Yeah, I know
things.
you paid for one of the tiers. So when Friday Night Funkin' got big, I thought the game was older than this, but
No,
I guess
it was like 2021 whenever
Yeah.
the Kickstarter came out, I believe.
well, the game itself was created in 2020, and
Yeah.
then it got big in 2021, which I remember. But like mid
War
2021,
flashbacks.
yeah, it's mostly because of you.
Yeah.
But like in 2021, the game got so big that they did a whole Kickstarter and was like, "Hey, you pay this, this, and this. We're gonna release like fucking 87,000 more levels, and it's, every one of them is gonna have full animated cutscenes and and all
Yeah.
original songs and blah blah blah." And I think they made like $2 million total off of the
Oh my god.
Right.
fucking Kickstarter. Yeah, and then look, 2 years later, people are barely getting their shit or not at all. Like barely getting the awards that were promised, like the stuff that you paid for. Like Brie, you just got yours like what, a few months ago, right?
Not a few months ago. It's been a while now.
Well, still, like I hear most people, like the guy I was watching the video on, he's like, "Oh, I pledged like $65," and he's like, "I've still not received my shit."
Yeah.
And he made that video like a month ago, and he's like, "So still, 2 years out, they've not, delivered on like most of the things."
I
That
think
they did
it's because a
promise.
lot of them are just, working on the game or still manufacturing the products. You can't rush a lot of these. I mean, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
but
They
didn't
it
give
has been a
anything. They've
while,
literally-
but
Brie, they've literally given nothing.
they have
nothing,
given
no content.
given. Yeah,
What content? Yeah, I'm talking
For
about
content.
content for the game.
I thought you were talking about like the
No,
the
not like
products.
the vinyl like presses and shit like that. Not the awards. I'm talking about like actual content for the game that they could have implemented by now. They haven't done that, and it's like the guy making the video. He was like, "Well, I don't think that they necessarily took the money and ran, but he thinks that they kind of bit off more than they could chew." Which
Oh
is like,
yeah, I definitely think that.
$2 million on a fucking Kickstarter. That's insane,
Yeah,
and that's like
nuts.
between 3 people.
Well, I know one
think.
of their tiers was like create a whole anime.
What?
Yeah, like
Anime?
create a whole anime.
Oh damn! What the fuck?
Yeah, I remember specifically that was like the last
That's
tier
insane.
on there. I can't even remember.
That's crazy.
If they
Nuts.
reached that goal, but
Ballsy.
They did 2 million. They probably did.
I don't know how. I think it was like 5 million, maybe.
That is fucking
Wow.
crazy.
I can't
What
even
the
remember
hell?
now. It's been a while
nuts.
since I've
Yeah.
looked at the tier.
They're
Yeah,
fucking stupid
same.
for promising that much shit. Then, I mean, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, that was.
Well,
Like, if-
I mean, to be fair, I don't think they expected like them to reach even half of.
We'll give you it's like $10 million, $2 million. We'll give you everything we have. It's like, oh, you expect that?
Yeah. No, they
Yeah.
they definitely did
We'll
not
shut down our
expect
studio
it
for
to
$2
get
million.
that.
Yeah,
get
but
that
I mean, obviously they do need to start putting out some content, or at least like
Yeah.
teasers and stuff. But I guess just wait and see.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting because I kind of forgot about all that shit, like the whole Kickstarter thing. Because I remember you talking about it at the time.
I've kind of been like seeing stuff come up every now and then, and I'll like
kind of bad
look
Ben,
at
a
it,
little
but
Shut up.
You can't silence bad
She's already
Ben.
trying to focus and talk right now.
I'm sorry.
Just making it
I
worse.
saw an opportunity. I had to take it. I was thinking about it. Go ahead.
Every time you interrupt, it just fucking goes brain dead.
I'm
into
evil
her
like
thoughts.
that. Sorry.
so
What?
yeah, I can't remember now.
Okay.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry. I
It's
don't
fine.
remember. I remember either. If it makes you feel better.
That's part. That part's
I
getting
was-
cut then.
I was just thinking. What? No about Bed Ben?
Maybe not bad Ben, but at least Bree's like, just.
Yeah.
I feel really terrible about that. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just brain dead.
No, I'm pretty stupid. So I don't even want to. I'm the one who derailed you, and I don't even remember what you were talking about. So
I know that I was talking about Friday Night Funkin'. I was saying basically that they should definitely deliver on what they promised, and
Right.
even if they bit off more than they could chew.
yeah. Let's talk about how children work.
I was about to ask you that. What does that mean?
Basically,
So basically,
basically, children, they work. No. Basically, I was just going to talk about, like, isn't it interesting how children can just endure a bunch of shit and, like, just get up and not, like...
You mean like pain, like physical?
yeah.
well, I
like
mean
injuries
some
and shit.
physical pain, but
Yeah. Well, I think they're
I decapitated a child. He just grew right back.
episode... It's like Wade Wilson.
we do not condone
Episode,
child decapitation.
I do. Anyways, episode 46, how children work. Episode 46, children are unbreakable. There you go.
Part 4,
It's the first
children
JoJo
are
reference and
unbreakable.
the last you'll ever hear from me. Anyways, I just think it's funny how, like, children, like, they can, if you leave them
Like they could tumble
underwater,
downstairs
like
and they'll just be
infants,
fine.
Yeah.
Like babies, if you leave them underwater, they'll start breathing like
Yeah, that's because of the
like they can
evolution
prolong their life
thing.
for like 7 or 10. Like they can, like for 10 minutes they can just stay underwater and like just
What?
sit there,
Infants? What the
like,
Yeah.
without drowning. It's interesting how that
Who's
works.
put them underwater?
If they're
What's with
like,
the silence? Just
Why are we so awkward right now? Jesus
I don't
Christ.
know.
say something then.
I am, but the two of you are like, fucking Jesus.
Seth, did you get that from Salmonella?
Fuck, do we lose?
No, I can hear you guys again. Hello?
Hello?
Are you guys?
What happened?
Are you here with me?
Certified Nicholas moment.
Bree, you could hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear
I can
you.
hear both of you. Again.
Okay, what the fuck happened there?
I don't know what the fuck happened there. We're having some
Yeah.
technical difficulties, testicles difficulties.
You might have lagged out or something.
Probably, honestly, knowing my Wi-Fi. But yeah, I just think it's
Seth,
interesting.
are you
like-
here with us?
yeah, Charlie.
Oh my
You guys remember
god,
that?
you guys remember that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the
The
pencil
fucking,
thing.
The pencil
Pencil.
thing. Yes. No. Charlie. Are you here with us right now? Charlie. can
That
you
shit
see-
was so popular in my school.
Oh,
That
I
shit
yeah.
was my
hated it.
jam.
That was back in 2015.
Back in Bree's Slenderman days.
Well,
Slenderman
that was
Gangnam
more
Style.
like 2014, 2015.
You like a
I
little
gotta
bit of
update my
Slenderman
Bree lore then.
Gangnam Style?
God, that spanned through like 3 years.
Your phase of that, dude, or what?
Yeah.
All right, let's stop getting off topic. So, yeah, Seth, you're talking about how like children can like fall downstairs and they'll just be perfectly fine, right?
Yeah, basically children's like because they don't really have as many bones in their body. They're kind of like
Yeah.
they're rubber. They're essentially like rubber. Like you could just like children can take a bunch of abuse and like not that you'd want to abuse a baby. I'm not condoning that, but like they're just kind of indestructible like early on, like because they just
Yeah.
they don't have any really
Right.
cartilage in their knees, like especially so that like just. If you have like if you have like a little brother or something, any listeners out there have a little brother that's like 2 years old, just feel his knees, just touch his knees a little bit. You won't feel anything at all. Actually, I think that's a myth, but I think their knees, if I'm correct, don't
It was
have,
like marshmallow fluff. It was...
Essentially, yeah. They don't really have any like knees. Their like knees don't have cartilage in them, so they're really really soft. Like kids are just really soft. Like when they're like infants and they're like when they're toddlers, their bones are like.
Dude, I don't know about that because I remember when I was a fucking like 2-year-old or 3 or whatever the hell. I still remember this because it was like a traumatic experience. I was like crawling around. Seth, at our old house, we had like the dining room and then we had like that tile landing thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so there was like a really sharp fucking corner on the edge of it, and I did something and I like cut open my knee on it. Yeah, and I remember just like bleeding everywhere and crying and shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I had that little scar on my knee for years and years after that, like probably like a decade. That's like all I could remember, but I did have that scar for a long time, so I don't know about that.
I still have a bunch of scars. Like I have a lot of scars.
Oh,
like,
I do too. I
from
think
my
everybody does from like stupid kid shit.
Just dumb shit. Just really stupid shit you do as a kid.
Yeah.
Seth, remember when I burned my hand with ramen noodles? Like
yeah,
5 years
you
ago?
did it twice.
I did it twice. Yeah,
he did it. I remember. I was in my room watching YouTube, and I just hear, what the fuck? Like, from the kitchen, I was like, what happened? You're like, my fucking hand. Like his hand was like bright red for the longest time.
The side of it was I have a picture because I was trying to get the bowl out and the water was still like boiling, I guess, halfway.
Yeah.
So I like spilled a little bit on the side of my hand and
Ooh.
yeah.
Sometimes when I'm waiting for the
was it
microwave,
like a
I think
second
about
degree
that
burn
moment.
or what?
I guess we'll never know because we didn't go to the hospital for him.
Yeah, because I got a second degree burn before, I think.
Oh, damn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I'd say it was like first degree. It was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So just like sunburn, kind of.
Pretty much. It was like my hand was kind of red for a little bit after.
Yeah, no,
and then I had to put ice on it.
My thumb like blistered once because of.
What did you do?
I know it was something to do with like, I was trying to light up a candle and the fire like got to my hand.
You just let it get close.
Do you guys ever have? I know. Ian,
evidently, it was a very like sunken in candle, so I had to like go to the bottom of it with a lighter because I don't know how to use those one long lighters.
Breanna,
Gotcha.
did you ever have a candle as a kid? And it was a wax pot. You guys ever have a wax pot and you dip your hands in the wax?
Let me.
Oh,
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, I did. Ian, did you ever? You say you don't think so. You lived with me, or
I don't remember having
you
that.
remember the wax pot? Oh man, you didn't live. You didn't live if you didn't dip your hands in a little bit in the wax pot.
When was that? I don't remember.
Mom always sent out like like it was a pot that you heat up like a wax. They're kind of like caramel like box shaped wax things. It's I don't know. I think it's
Yeah.
when I think of it.
Oh.
But, you start boiling them essentially, and they turn into a liquid. And they just
Yeah, the wax melts.
Yeah, it just melts and it kind of sits there in the pot. And like I remember, I dipped my hands in there. You could freeze your hands. Like
oh
with the
yes,
wax.
okay. I think I do remember that.
It hurts
now,
for a second, then you're like, I kind of like that. And you have
I never
wax in
did
your
it.
hands.
I know
I never
that
did it,
there's
but you
like
did.
a type of, not a therapy, but something like it,
Wax
like a
pot
skin,
therapy.
But it's like this
Dip your
wax
balls in wax.
It's this wax that you can safely like put on your hands and stuff, and it'll make it smoother or something.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That was cool.
I remember
Episode-
watching it on like an Unis Honest video.
I know Nicholas has dipped his hands a little bit. Just dipped his
Hands in
balls
fry oil or
the-
something?
Yeah, in the wax pot just a little bit. He's told me about it.
Oh yeah, I mean
That's-
they're cool.
Favorite child activity right there. Do a little bit of that sometimes. Anyways, I never really discussed like why children are indestructible. It's just like I don't know, they don't have a lot of bones early on essentially, and they can take a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
did you have an
Feeding.
experience though with this or what?
No,
you
I
had
just
a child on the road or something. You're just fine.
no, I just know these things. I just through science, through testing, I know these things. But essentially, yeah, and basically, I was gonna say something I forgot.
I was gonna say, where's this going? You're just reiterating the same thing.
Yeah, so children.
Do you remember
Yeah,
that time?
Seth's in the cycle.
Oh,
right
I
now.
remembered it. Don't throw me off.
Okay, go.
I'm having a brain's idea. It's forming. Basically, God damn it! Oh yeah, if you look at a child, like if they get hurt,
Fuck.
don't ever like if it's a small child. If they like fall over like a toddler and they clearly get hurt, don't say, "Oh, are you okay?" And you start to like act like they're really hurt. They'll start crying.
Yeah.
Just smile at them, say everything's a-okay, and they're like, "Okay."
Yeah,
they
it's
get
like
back
positive psychology or something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, what the fuck?
Do that, and they'll be indestructible for life.
Yeah.
They'll, like that's how you form the bonds early on. Like you
Stopping cars with their bodies, just
like you can hit them with your car, like you know that Corolla in your driveway, like audio listener, just take it and then run over a child, and if they start, don't like they won't start crying, like just look at them and then smile and they'll be like, oh, this is a-okay. So that strengthens the child's mind for later in life. Start teaching your child early by running them over with your car.
We do not condone child abuse.
I do. Anyway, moving on. But
I was gonna
Seth-
bring up before we
Seth does,
end
though.
it.
I do.
Yeah, Seth, I was gonna bring up before we end in a few minutes. But do you remember that time you burned your hand in the fire pit?
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember it.
It was on like hot coals or something. I think you did it a few times actually. now that
Yes, I
about
think
it.
I believe I did it a couple times, but that specific time, my grandparents were supposed to be watching me, and
Oh yeah.
they were not watching me, and then I was running around like a little dumbass, skipping around, and I skipped a little too hard, tripped over a rock. This is around the big burn pit that we still have at my house. And I tripped over a rock, and then my hand landed straight into the coals, and then I think a little bit in the fire, if I'm correct.
No, the fire was like all smoldering by
Yeah,
then.
it was
wasn't
probably
like an
just
actual
coal. It must
You
have been just
became a
coals then.
Looney Tunes cartoon character.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my hand started beating like a heart. But essentially, it landed straight on the coals, and I touched the coals for like a solid like couple seconds, and that was searing hot pain. And my hand was like, I think that was 2nd degree, if I'm correct.
Jesus.
And because I had blisters, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember
that's
now.
second
You used to
degree.
get burned a lot as a kid.
I did get burned.
Seth used to get burned constantly as a child. I remember that.
On my wrist here, I still have an oven burn from when I foolishly stuck my hand in the oven and just laid it on the oven rack.
Why would you do that?
Because I was a little dumbass and I didn't understand how ovens work. I didn't understand how heating metal up works. I just kind of laid my hand on the oven rack, like, I wonder what this will do, and this like burned the fuck out of my hand. Like, I still have the scar right here on my wrist. You can kind of see it.
Jesus Christ.
I did burn
Little
myself a
child,
lot.
you
Yeah, that was
were-
like a
Little child, you as a pyromaniac.
Yeah.
he was like lighting things on fire. He was
Adult
just
me is a
burning.
pyromaniac.
Well, I mean, technically it is like an obsession with fire or burning things.
Me and Nicholas were just like, when we went camping a couple weeks ago, we're just
Yeah, you-
lighting. We went there
Yeah,
like
we
half a
talked about this
matchbox.
on last episode.
Oh
so-
yeah, oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It's like we just kept watching the fire like dumbasses. It's pretty fun.
Well,
For
I
about
mean,
15
fire
minutes.
is pretty like hypnotizing.
It is. It really is. I'm not saying I'm a pyromaniac, but I can understand it. I can understand where you're coming from.
I am
Like,
a
if you're a
pyromaniac.
Say it proudly. Just like,
We
you
should
guys ever get
um.
shocked
I won't-
before?
Did I ever get shocked? Yeah.
Yeah, but you got shocked. How badly
Bree's
you
favorite
shocked?
pastime as a 9-year-old was to stick keys into the outlets.
No.
She loved it.
I actually have a specific scenario here that happened.
They're gonna say
So,
you actually did that.
more or less. So.
So what'd you do?
So there was this like plug thing for the charging cable.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It got stuck in the outlet, so I couldn't get it out like with my hands. So the dumbass me decided, yes, metal spoon. That's how we will get this out.
To like pry it off like a crowbar or something.
So I stuck it in there and immediately got zapped.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
The only
that
time I've
once
ever
as a
been
kid.
shocked by an outlet was when I accidentally touched the prongs, like trying to take a charger off or some shit.
Oh yeah, I've been doing that.
I wouldn't end early normally, but I gotta go somewhere. So.
Can I finish with how I got shocked?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Basically, in my bathroom, I have like a blower. I have a bathtub with one of the blowers that can like blow bubbles. Anyways, it had an exposed wire or something because I tried drawing a bath like maybe a year ago. It was like, I kind of want to take a bath in here. It's been a while, so I like cleaned out the bathtub and everything.
Oh, the jacuzzi. Oh yeah.
I guess you
hazard.
could call it jacuzzi. Yeah. And then I started to get in. It was like I touched the water with my hand, and I felt like, you know how you guys have stepped on those little pointy like pot stickers.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like in my foot. I was like, ow. I was like, I wonder if I stepped on something. I looked. There's nothing on the ground. I was like, what the fuck did I step on? So I do it again, and I felt it again, but it was more painful. I was like, ow, motherfucker. It was like, damn. I was like, I touched the water. I was like, what if it's the water? I touched it again. I was like, yep, that's the water. The water had been electrified by the open water.
You almost toaster bath.
Yeah, you almost killed yourself. Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I shouldn't do that. So I go and I turn off the breaker and I just drain the water out and I just take a bath.
You guys told me about that a while ago, and I was like, okay, maybe you shouldn't use that fucking bathtub if it has exposed wiring.
We just have the breaker off so it doesn't shock me.
God, it's terrifying.
Jesus.
Anyways,
I can't even imagine like being in that situation.
I'd be too scared to use it.
Yeah, I just
all right. Anyways,
use it again.
Anyways, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
End out very abruptly.
We'll see you guys later.
Yeah, we gotta end early. So, thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you guys. We'll see you next episode. We have topics. Bye.
See you later.